A day in the life. So every morning I get up, I sit on my patio for 1 or 2 hours and spend far too much time on YouTube going through things, just looking at stuff, going down all sorts of wormholes. I sit there and have my leaf tea and chillax, and then look what I do next. And then, wow, look at that beautiful butterfly there. That's an insect I don't mind having in the condo. Gonna fly away in a minute, isn't he? Or not? Maybe not. Might be asleep. Oh, he's not dead, hopefully. Come on, mate, you've got to go out in the fresh air. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, don't come back in. There he is up on the wall. So you have a host of other insects in here which isn't great because it's an older villa. Look at the state of the place as well. But the older villa just attracts loads of gaps for insects to get in, basically. Plant, second time of blooming for my plantlet. Then believe it or not, I do this, and I brought this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm doing it 3 or 4 times a week, really. And the reason I'm doing it is I can't run or do any great exercises with my legs because of my knee. I'm really putting off a complete knee replacement. So I go swimming, which I'll do after this, and I try to do 10 or 15 minutes on here, just trying to get the upper body going a bit. And you'll see that I've got absolutely zero smoothness, style, ability, nothing. But what I do is I try and make myself just get into a sweat, really. So here I am, look, fat boy. And one of the ways I found of doing it to make the sweat, because you're meant to bob about like this, aren't you? But I don't have any rhythm for that. But what I kind of do sometimes is just this. And I'm stronger with my right arm simply because I broke my collarbone and it still gives me a bit of pain. So the other reason for getting this was to see if I can push my left arm, and it's not really giving me any pains when I use my left arm. Oh, I don't know. It cost about 100 quid all in. As you can see, I get out of breath pretty quick, so it's got to be worth it, isn't it? Come on, Bruno, let's have it. Keep it up like that. All the boxing experts now tell me what I'm doing wrong. Prefer swimming, to be honest. How big is he? Then I take a walk to the swimming pool, which is only 400 or 500 metres away. And the thing that's prompted me with this, which I said in the last video, was my blood test in the UK. It had gone up into the type 2 diabetes. So I'm not drinking. I'm in my 3rd+ week of that. No drink. I'm fasting, so I get up in the morning, have that tea, drink water till around 5 in the afternoon. Between 5 and 7 o'clock I have my 1 meal a day. And I don't know whether I'm losing weight or not, but feels all right. Don't feel hungry in the day because so hot. Water is all you need, really, nice cold water. Then this is the next thing I do. do 4 lengths of the pool. And sometimes I go over and have a smoothie or coffee. I eat there sometimes, but at the moment, the last 3 weeks, because I'm doing this eating at 5 o'clock, not before 5 o'clock, I don't eat there because it's too early. It's only 12:15 midday. This guy's swimming here. He's here with his family. He's a very good swimmer. He's here every day, and that's about it really. It's nice and quiet. So let's get in and do the 4 lengths without stopping. So yeah, I'm not a very strong swimmer at all. Can only swim breaststroke and 4 lengths without stopping. I reckon I can push it a bit further, start helping it do 5 or maybe 6. And although I don't swim fast, all this has got to be better than doing nothing, isn't it? As you can see, I'm unshaven, but that's what I do next when I go back after having a little rest here. 10 minutes in the sun on the lounger. I go back, shower, shave, and get ready to go out to eat, which is still kind of 5 hours away really. So little trip down Pattaya Road, I think this one is, isn't it? Leading on to Beach Road. Someone will correct me. This is one of my everyday activities really. Well, not where I'm going next, but coming down onto Beach Road. Bit of news about Beach Road Pattaya coming up as well. In a minute we will see. Well, I'm going for my fortnightly manicure and pedicure with Nan. Surprised I got that wrong really, isn't it? Still a one-way system. For a place to park. I'll park here for a change. Yeah, so it's been one way for about a year because they've been doing water drainage here. And sea looks rough today, doesn't it? It's very rough out there. But soon it's going to change. It will go back to two-way. And how do I know that? Well, they're putting very expensive traffic lights in. Some people still think it's one way. See, it's idiots like him that cause the problem, really. Anyway, these are new traffic lights here. And you can see they're facing that way and they're facing the other way. So it's going to be two-way traffic lights, two-way system. Up he goes. Someone got killed on one of them about a year ago. The Thai guy went up with them, but the Thai guys just hold on. And from memory, he didn't hold on, and he went down. So yeah, look, here's the other way. At the moment, you can't go that way, but they wouldn't be putting traffic lights there, new traffic lights, if it wasn't going to be two-way again very soon. So that's where I get my That's where I get my nails done. Spend an hour, manicure, pedicure, 400 baht. So it's about £9 for both. So that's my nails all finished, look. And I could have some of this, but I've stopped eating this about a year ago. And I did do a video on the pork knuckle I had once, which the meat was superb, but very, very, very fatty. So there's a new place opened up down the bottom, right down the bottom of Beach Road there, Jomtien. It's an American diner place, and I'm going to go and give that a spin today. So the wind is up, feels like rain, and I'm going to Daisy D's American Diner. Let's give it a road test. Is it going to rain? Oh, I think so. We have Big Guinness, and we have a dog. What's his name? Coco. Coco. You speak English? So yeah, they got chicken wings up to 20 pieces, burgers, sandwiches. Let's have a look what else. Pork ribs, that's what I kind of fancied, the old pork ribs really. Now, I'm only eating one meal a day, so if you're only having one meal a day, then you need to have something that's going to taste good. Maybe strip loin. Still not drinking. Place looks really good. It's really big. Look at the size of it. Again, low season, no customers. So this has happened on more than one occasion. I got chicken wings to start and the ribs to follow with no jacket potato, and they bring it all out kind of together. So I've told them to do the chicken wings as after I finish this. So I can tell you one thing, they're very tender to break up. And it tastes good, but could be hotter. Hotter in temperature, not hotter in spice. So but very tasty. So yeah, the wings were a disappointment as well because I went for a non-spicy sauce, but it was like a cream cheese sauce, not barbecue. It's an American diner, and I'm trying to get in between the music. Anyway, they're okay, but I'll tell you more outside. Too excited to embarrass myself to tell you. Yesterday I went off on my scooter with a bottle of water in my backpack that I carry, and I couldn't get the zip done up. I didn't really try hard enough, but I thought my new bag, it didn't quite fit. Anyway, I'm driving along, I drive out of the complex and I do a U-turn where I have to do a U-turn, and a bottle of water goes flying. I think, I sort of look back and I think it doesn't matter, it's a bottle of water. I get about 300 yards up the road and I stop because I think my Apple AirPods were inside the same compartment because I kind of remember seeing them. Anyway, noisy bike, very long story cut short. I went back 3 times to the area. Yeah, 3 times I couldn't find them. I looked everywhere. I thought I found the water bottle because you can imagine the water bottle would be easy to find even if the Apple iPods weren't. And I've tracked them, I got them on a tracker, find my earpods. They've not been switched on since just before I left the bloody villa. So nobody's probably found them and switched them on unless they know how to switch them on without being detected, which I think you can do that with the earpods. They're not very secure really as far as that goes. Anyway, that was yesterday and I'm resigned to the fact now I've lost them and it's going to cost me 300 quid to get a new pair. Just put it down to saving money on a month's rent in the Western world. I was saving more than that, of course. And then tonight I have that meal and I have the microphone on most of the time, but the battery went flat. So I took off the little attachment that goes in the phone, the battery, and the little magnetic clip that the battery clips on. And I have my meal, and I don't know why I didn't even give it a thought. But I have my meal. Disappointed. I just wanted to get out of there in some ways. Look, I'm getting the bits out now. These 3 bits that I put in the charger box, basically left them on the small table, didn't I? So I get on the scooter and I instantly realise, because I'm looking for them on my shirt, go back in, try to translate, Google Translate. Thank God for Google Translate. They're like, no, we're not finding them. I said, listen, I'm not leaving till I find them. And I really did almost want to cry. I mean, that's probably over 100, 200 quid's worth of microphone equipment they're lost. And what they would have done, rightfully so, there's some tissues on the little white plate as well. They'd have just picked it up and just put it all in the bin. And I showed them the size of the small white plate. I said, it's my fault, but you must go and look in the bins. They're looking at the receipts. It's nothing to do with that. It's in the bins, in your bins. And I won't leave till you find them. I will go through the bins. No problem for me. I'll go through. Anyway, a few minutes later, she comes out with the 3 bloody attachments that were in the bin. And I give her a big hug and I give them all 100 baht. Not each one of them, but I give 100 baht extra tip. I left a 20 baht tip when I wasn't impressed with the food, because that's what I do. And the big question is, how can I get better about these things? And I can tell you now, anybody who knows me, I can't. I cannot. It's impossible. I'm absolutely hopeless, useless. In fact, even when I drove away, those 3 little things I've just showed you weren't zipped up again in my bloody bag. They are zipped up now. So, like, my God, you think I'd learn, but I'm not going to learn. I never learn. 68, going on about bloody 14, irresponsible. So, yeah, that's the end of the story. That's a day in the life. That's stress. That's why I don't like travelling, because I have to check things 20 times and I get things wrong and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, soy dogs are out. That's it. Thanks for watching.